So I've been following my intuition more, and I want to kind of tell you guys what I've been noticing. It's very odd and quirky following your intuition, okay? It's very rarely what you would expect. So the mind has like habits and programming, and it thinks things are going to go a certain way, right? So it's a certain time of the day. You expect that you should feel like working at this time, but when you're following your intuition, you just notice if working or creating or expressing feels forced. You just notice that, and then you'll be like, okay, I guess I'll just do nothing. And then that nothingness can be very uncomfortable if you're usually used to working at that time, right? But if you keep trusting and just keep sitting there and doing nothing and waiting to be moved, right? Instead of just moving and filling the space with egoic action, you just wait until you're actually moved. And then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, I feel genuinely like arising and going for a walk. Then you start going for that walk and you don't really know where you're heading. And then you see a building or a business or something. And then for some reason, you just kind of want to go in there. And you don't really know why, but there's just this clear ping that you feel inside, or this pull to go into that particular place. So then you go in there, you're not really sure why, maybe it's a cafe, bookstore, whatever. And then you just keep following this thread, and it's so mysterious. And what ends up happening, if you do this for an entire day, you'll look back on the day and all of those pulls that really made no sense in the moment, and you'll be like, wow, that was actually a really full and beautiful day. And I see how the pieces got put together. I see how the thread pulled me towards exactly where I needed to go. Okay, and this is a really beautiful experiment and a really beautiful way of life. Your life ends up becoming this incredible adventure. Like, the more that you can string this together, the more your life becomes this incredible adventure. And it's not easy, okay, because a lot of the times you'll be sitting there in the nothingness, right, waiting for the intuition. It'll be so uncomfortable because we have this conditioning. We think we have to fill space with constant action. We think something's missing. We got to always be productive, etc. So that's difficult, to sit in the nothingness. And then a lot of times when we finally get the intuitive pull, it's like, wait, you want me to do what, God? Like, you want me to you want me to just go for a walk? You want me to call this person? Like, it just doesn't always make sense, right? Intuition is always pulling us into the unknown. It's pulling us somewhere greater and bigger and more fabulous than our mind's plan can conceive. So it's not an easy path to follow, but it is a path of pure magic. And I highly recommend trying it out as often as you can. I hope you found this interesting.